Welcome to a special video of my own website. I've done this before, but I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it with commentary. So as you land in the home page, this is going to be the home page. And you can click on this link that brings you to my Instagram page. The site builders I used, Weebly and Squarespace. And a link to my YouTube channels. And all these are clickable buttons that you can go to my YouTube channel. I'm an artist and I want an artistry built website. The home page is hidden. You have to click this little icon to get back to the home page. And that's how I choose to set it up. If you want to know more about me, I made this little creative thing about me right here. Hi, intro, music, gaming, and video game design. What I'm about. And obviously, I put my outdoors in here. I kind of want to put all my hobbies and activities into one site. So all of my outdoor recorded adventures that I got to record on camera. A bunch of tutorials. Link to the playlist of tutorials. I also fixed this scripting system here for Halo Infinite. I should have done this for Unity and Unreal and all that, but I never really got well into it as I should. Milestones, these are projects that I'm going to do next. Writing down your goals is important, your milestones. I want to make my own games. I've made games with other people in the past, but things happened and it didn't really quite turn out the way it turned out to be. So these are projects that I'm working on, and then also put my gaming stuff in here too. So the games that I would like to at least complete and finish. These are all my art designs. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to dive into my own stuff, and I would like to in the future. But for now, I'm just going to take a bit of a break. Let's just say I was very embarrassed to show my older prototypes because they were very, very bad. But I didn't do that with the other ones. So if you want to see any of the other prototypes, they're all here. I have my drawings here. I have my digital art here. And a lot of Photoshop stuff, all of that stuff is there. Those are the various programs that I used. I'm going to show you the Halo ones. When they load, of course. Now just things that I've made throughout the years. You could say this is just Halo. I made so many things throughout the years. But all the Halo and game editor projects are usually things for things that I want to get through. Art projects that I want to get through. And I can use it as a template for my game. So you can say that this is like an idea, a brainstorming way of getting my ideas out. And it works. Because they're really cool creations. And they're functioning games and made in another game. That's why I like it. People can actually play them. That's why I do them. The same thing here. I'm not going to show you these because there's a lot there. I also like to play SSX competitively. I'm one of the world's best players in the game. Currently in the first game, I'm the world's best player. And I didn't think I was going to be. It sort of just happened. So the WR means world record. A current world record on it. Could people beat me? Of course. I'm not unbeatable. People can beat me. SSX tricky, unfortunately, I don't have a single world record. I'm close, but I don't got a single world record in the second game. And these are all my records. Part of the website. These are all my game ratings based on certain factors. I like every... It's not really games that I've finished. These are all the games that I've... These are all the games that I've played. The gaming guides are all the games that I've finished. So there's a lot of games here. And there's a huge list. I rank everything across all factors just a number out of 10. I'm not a game reviewer. I never will be a game reviewer. I just want a number out of 10 and give you a rough estimate of what I thought about the game. On those certain factors. And so low numbers means they're bad games, and high numbers means they're good games. And I feel like ratings matter to determine what is a good game and what is a bad game. And will help me as a game developer in the future. And anyone else. Long list. And these are tournaments that I put in here. Halo jumping tournaments. I may put other tournaments inside there as well. I like to make my own Halo jumping tournaments inspired by other people's courses, mainly Smoky Massacre and Extreme UK Gaming. Hunter. So these are all my pages for my tournaments. This is my very first tournament that I've done. Interesting that Smoky Massacre got in first place there. My inspiration for this sort of thing. But to tell you the truth, he was not the only inspiration. I like making jump maps. Might as well just make a jumping tournament out of it, right? But he was the inspiration. The second inspiration was obviously I like Halo jumping. So all of these times are not really properly done because it's my very first tournament. My second tournament is much better. We're going to see if it's much better. Yeah, it's a little bit more neater. And everything's relatively a little bit more neater. Do you see that? So there is an improvement. Yep. Let's see my fourth jumping tournament, because I was too lazy to make a third one on the website. See how the fourth one has it. Much, much better. I actually introduced graphic leaderboards for this one. So everything is much, much better and more comprehensible. Much, 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 much better. Now, I'm currently working on my fifth jumping tournament. So I will not be offering leaderboards on the website itself. The leaderboards are just... The website is just for the rules. Just the rules. That's it. And the main video will just appear here. I love the tournament. I love the way it looks. Just an indoor tournament. And yeah, it's great. And all the leaderboards are going to be on video this time around. And I will link the video here when it's done. I also have a special thing for achievements, so I have all my PlayStation trophies and my Xbox achievements and stuff. Right? So I'm a hardcore gamer, if you haven't noticed by the stats. So it really just tells you that I just like playing video games, doesn't matter what platform it is. Doesn't matter what platform it's on. And obviously my YouTube channel stats. Yeah. I'm actually close to 9K subs nowadays. So that is an old screenshot. I may have to update it. And these are all the games that I've completed. I used to make video game guides. I still do. But I only do it for certain games. As I just like to do live playthroughs of the game. That's pretty much it. So this is all the games that I've completed in my life. All the games that I've completed will go here. All the games that I have played will go in the games ratings list. If you notice, there are probably games that I've played that I didn't do playthroughs for. And that's where the game ratings come in. All the games that I've completed go here. This is a gaming artistry website. Because remember, video games are artwork. Video games are music, stories, everything all combined. It's somebody's artwork at the end of the day. And as well as I make my own stuff, I like to play other people's stuff. Doesn't matter if it's indie titles or AAA titles. They're all good at the end of the day. I'll only play games that are great. Sometimes I'll play some really bad ones, but most of the games that are showcased here are really, really good games. So they may have bad sequels. I think most of the stuff that I do here is it's like story-based stuff. So I won't really put anything here that's like doesn't really have a great compelling story. Right? And any titles that I've missed, I'm sorry, but I'm like that's where the game ratings come in, the games that I've played. Now there's not a lot of Call of Duty games that I've played the story here. But I played them and I gave my ratings. There's one Call of Duty game that I actually did a playthrough on realism difficulty in one session from start to finish. Live streams are powerful. Sometimes I do cooperative live streams and sometimes I do live streams by myself. And these are the games that I've played in my life, and I like to categorize them in a sort of way so people can see them. Almost like a tree link. And that's the video that I'm going to showcase of my current website. Now everything is kind of like organized. They used to be kind of all over the place, but I like to keep all the games kind of in an exact order. I'm not going to show you what all the pages look like. I'm just going to go in and show you what I do. So generically, I just literally have a page where it's Spyro, and I put like a 3D character there in the title, and I have all my videos there linked to my YouTube page. And that's just a generic playthrough of what I do. If it's like a walkthrough or a guide, then I'll go more in depth. So most of everything is going to be just like that, just linked videos, and that's it. If you want an actual guide, I'll show you an actual guide. Resident Evil 0, for instance. This has playthroughs, but it's an actual guide. Because I grew up with this game. So I'm going to provide more information on this page for people to see. What to do, maps, what to do on the maps, where the things are located, why the things are located, what are the variations, what are the different things you've earned. Proper video game guides, hard mode guides, let's plays, whatever. It is a proper guide. I only do guides on games that I really, really know in the back of my head. because then it would just be a waste of time. Because I've done a lot of bad guides in my time, and I've done a lot of good guides in my time. And if you look at my YouTube channel, for whatever reason, the bad guides gets the most views, and the really good guides don't get any views at all, even though they're like the best guides. So these videos earn quite a lot of, like maybe 5,000, 10,000 views a piece, some of these guides, which is pretty good. The Let's Play is not so much, because that's not really supposed to be a guide. It's just mostly just for entertainment / guide. So that is the way I designed my website. And that's the way that I like my website, because it's my website. I love the layout of my own website. All the pages are literally pages that I've created, like all of my artwork on it, because it's called Andre's Art, Gaming, and Music.com. And this is my own personal website that holds all of my Photoshop work, as well as other people's Photoshop work, and I combine it all together for all my hobbies and professions all in one. And that is the end of the showcase, the commentary showcase of my website in 2027. Will I improve things in the future? I may add a portfolio page if I ever want to work for a company or something. I may add a portfolio page, so it's super easy. You just hit portfolio and it shows you all my stuff. But other than that, I'm probably not going to add another page unless I come up with something in the future. But this is a pretty solid site. You hover over and it highlights and it goes away. I used Squarespace. Squarespace is a very, very easy website builder to use if you want to make your own website. You could use AI and you could use Squarespace. And I'm sure Squarespace has AI tools in there right now to help your website be better. Because AI, people don't really like it too much, but it kind of like speeds up the process and get things going. Starts moving the train. Gives you a little bit of a boost instead of starting completely from scratch, because that could be very, very overwhelming. And that's probably one of the reasons why I never made my own game yet, is because I get overwhelmed. But as I made so much stuff, that dream will eventually come. So I just gotta keep pushing and keep working on sub-projects to keep building to the greater projects. Remember, that is the only way to achieve actual greatness and actually follow your dreams. I hope this was an inspirational video. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you like my website. And if you don't, I don't care, because it's my own website. It's the way I designed it to be, and the way that I like it, because it's my own website. If I was working with a team, then it's the team's website, or the team's game. But if it's your own game in your own website, then at the end of the day, you call the shots. But if it's a team effort project, that's different. Then it's the team that calls the shots. And then that's it. That's the best advice I can give. Laters.